The Destiny 2 beta. This is probably something that a lot of you guys have been wondering what my opinion is on it. And honestly, I don't know. I really don't know how I fully feel about Destiny 2 and the future of this franchise. Does it look a little bit better? Yeah, it does. But does it do a full 180 to the point that it's a much more enjoyable game? I don't know. So, the other day, I was sitting on Twitter and I just realized that the Destiny beta was almost over and I hadn't even touched it yet. To be all honest, I was thinking about skipping it until the PC version comes out and then checking it out then. But I said, I need to do this. I need to see what's going on and if I'm actually going to enjoy this game. Now, as soon as I jumped into it, I was already feeling a little bit skeptical. But as things went on, I was feeling a little bit better when we actually saw a lot of cinematic cutscenes and a lot of story being told instead of just being done through side things, if you know what I mean. Where it's not just through like hearing a voice in game, you're actually seeing cinematic cutscenes and great storytelling. But for me, the gameplay felt a lot more, I would say, fun. I would say that, and the thing for me is I wasn't expecting them to change everything about the game. I wasn't expecting them to change the gameplay very much. Yes, I expected our opponents to be very bullet spongy and being this different design. I wasn't expecting it to be just like Halo. Now, a few of my friends have said they should have just made the enemies like the brutes and elites and so on from actual Halo. And I say, look, it's a different game. It is not Halo. It is its own game. It needs to be able to build off of that. It doesn't need to be cut and paste Halo whenever it comes to enemies, and it needs to have its own feeling. That to me is very important because we do love Halo. Everyone loves Halo. People love Bungie because of Halo. But this is not Halo. This is its own game. This is a new experience. Destiny is not supposed to be Halo. And honestly, I love Halo, but I would prefer to have new experiences, different gameplay styles, and not just feel like it's cut and paste Halo. But as I moved on through the tutorial sort of opening mission, I did notice a lot of the things that people were complaining about, including the lack of ammo for other weapons, including your basically purple gun and your specialty ammo. I don't know the exact types. Trust me, I'm a Destiny novice as a sorts. To be brutally honest, I am not the biggest Destiny player, and I still need to play through Destiny 1. I'm actually reinstalling it right now as we speak so I can try and catch up and get used to the game once again. But the fact being that I was having a lot of fun just going through this opening mission and listening to the storytelling and trying to remember bits and pieces of what had happened in Destiny 1 from what I remember, because I played vanilla Destiny 1. I never played the Taken King or the Iron Wolves or whatever the hell it was called, the Lords of Iron, or I don't know. I'm probably going to get comments saying, what the fuck? How can you not remember the Jobbers of Iron? I don't know. But the thing for me is that it felt like this was a new start for Destiny. It felt like you didn't have to play Destiny 1 to know what was going on in Destiny 2. It feels like basically you're just seeing these commanders standing around talking about how they're having issues with their security, they're not seeing the satellites, and all of a sudden the city is under attack. And you basically get back from a mission and you're coming home to your whole world being destroyed. Basically, the thing that you knew and loved being demolished, and you having no idea what's going on, and the Traveler being basically under attack and not able to do anything to help. And it kind of gives you this sense of helplessness that you even had in Halo 3. If you remember, in the beginning of Halo 3, you have your back up against the wall. Your Earth is under attack. The Covenant have taken control of almost everything, and you're fighting back. You don't have anything. All they have is you. In Destiny 2, all they have is the Guardians. And even then, you lose the light. You lose what gives the Guardians their power, their ability to use different attacks and ways to fight back. Now, we don't know how we regain that power later on, because at the end of the mission, you basically lose everything. You get kicked off of the side of a building by the new enemy, the new leader, and not gonna lie, the new main bad guy, the new antagonist, looks like a giant grunt. I'm sorry, he looks like a giant grunt. He looks like a giant grunt, and if you've been here for a long time, you may know this joke. When me and Matt were playing Gears of War 2, we were saying during one of the scenes where they see the giant worm, he says, "It's a giant grunt." It's an inside joke that me and Matt have. And literally, whenever I saw this new enemy, this new main antagonist, I was like, literally the face looks like an Ungoy. It literally looks like an Ungoy. But honestly, I think he's a pretty cool antagonist so far, from what I've seen. He's intimidating, he's scary, he literally crushes you within seconds because he takes away your powers, he basically makes you feel helpless as he just shoves you off. And yes, it is a very common trope, and hopefully we'll see how this develops and how you regain your power throughout the story. But honestly, it did feel like a very intimidating enemy, and the Cabal were not a very prominent race during Destiny 1 from what I'm to understand. Now, let's talk about the strike, because honestly, I had a lot of fun with the strike. Now, I've done strikes in the past during Destiny 1, the initial strikes that were with the game, but none of them felt really that awesome. None of them felt like a true like raid slash adventure. And this one's boss battle felt really good. I'm not gonna lie, I liked how it had 3 different sequences of battling this boss, and then at the end you couldn't touch the outside of this ring because there's this water that will damage you if you stay in it too long. And meanwhile you're fighting like these gruntish like enemies, these like minor enemies, while trying to take on this giant like robotic giant. I think they're not the Void. I don't know the exact name. Please don't bury me alive. I'm a Destiny novice. Yes, I'm a Bungie fan, but a Destiny novice. And honestly, I was like, this is a lot of fun. Going through these different transitions of these 3 different levels as we're battling this boss, it just felt good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the strike a lot. And really, the new weapons they introduced, like the chain gun, the SMG, felt really good. I'm not gonna lie about that either. The chain gun against this boss was awesome, and you're probably seeing some footage of that right now, where I'm just unloading this chain gun onto the boss and just tearing it apart. And honestly, the one major issue, and this is basically something that Bungie says that they are going to focus on fixing, is the balancing of ammo. There were so many times that I ran out of ammo during the beta that it was ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, it got a little out of control, and this is what people have been bitching about since the beta began, is that basically you didn't have enough ammo to really get through fights. There wasn't enough drops of the green and purple ammo to use these different weapons. Basically, you were stuck using your main primary assault rifle weapon, or using something that used that same type of ammo. I think it was called kinetic ammo, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. But whenever it came to multiplayer, that's where things kind of fell off for me. Now, I did try a little bit of multiplayer. Not much. I didn't have too much time because I literally got to play the last couple of hours that the beta was up. But there's got to be something done. They said that they were going to be a lot more multiplayer focused, but whenever you're able to switch your weapons out mid-game, like literally switch out your primary and secondary weapons mid-game, then that is kind of an issue. I don't like the idea of having all these different weapons with all these different advantages and disadvantages. I've always been a guy who likes everyone having a fair start, everyone having the same weapons starting off. You know, that's the one thing I'll give Halo 5, was it had a balanced multiplayer whenever it came to weapons. Whenever it had starting weapons, it was balanced. Whenever it came to spawn locations for weapons, it was balanced. But in this game, you just grab whatever you had in story mode and you throw it into multiplayer and hope to God you're better than the other guy. And sometimes, even though you're better, they just have the better gun, it seemed like to me. Now, I played the 2 modes that I think were in the beta, which were the control point mode, which is basically domination, and then the search and destroy mode. Now, the search and destroy mode is basically like search and destroy from Call of Duty, or like, you know, bomb from CSGO. And whenever it came to that, honestly, with the 30 FPS, the amount of motion blur, it was sometimes hard to react to opponents on the screen. I'm not gonna lie, I can play 30 FPS games, but with Destiny it just feels so odd and so sluggish with the amount of motion blur. And I really hope whenever it comes to the PC beta, it's gonna be better. I really hope, because I just want a clean, crisp 60 FPS. Now, I know that Bungie said that it's not possible on this current hardware for consoles, but in my opinion, you could dumb down the visuals of Destiny and get a much better frame rate. It's not all about the visuals whenever it comes to this game. Honestly, it's more about the gameplay and having fun than the visuals. I would sacrifice resolution and visuals before I would sacrifice frame rate. That's just me though. I love high frame rate and having a clean, solid, you know, smooth experience than having everything look pretty. That's just me though. You know, other people have different opinions, but that's the disadvantage of consoles. You can't adjust your experience to what you would like, which really sucks. That's a really shitty, you know, situation. And you'd think with the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X coming out that you would have those options with how powerful they say they are and how more powerful they are than the common PC, which is bullshit. They aren't more powerful, and in all honesty, you think that they would give those options, maybe, but I guess that's what happens when you're stuck on a locked platform. I just guess that's what happens. But honestly though, I didn't have a lot of fun with the multiplayer. I still feel like the multiplayer is kind of weak. It's just not the funnest experience. The thing that I'm really going to be striving for in this game is the single player campaign and the story and the raids and all those experiences. Because honestly, I think there is a chance that Destiny 2 is going to be much more polished and more well balanced whenever it comes to it. I think it's going to be a better game. But in all honesty, I don't think I'm going to be able to enjoy the full experience of Destiny unless I really try. Because when it comes to the multiplayer, it just didn't seem balanced to me. It just didn't seem fun. Even though they said during their announcement that they were going to be making kind of a esportsy focused multiplayer. But it just felt like more of the same in my opinion. That's just me though. I would like to know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Did you get the chance to play the multiplayer beta or even the strike or anything from this beta? Honestly, I'm going to try the PC beta when it comes out, and hopefully it kind of, tilts my way of wanting to pick up this game. I'm already disappointed that the PC version is coming out a month after the console release. I don't get why they can't delay the console release to come out at the same time as the PC release. To me, that's ridiculous. To me, that's basically playing favoritism to something. And honestly, I don't like that. I think that if something gets delayed, you should basically just wait on all platforms for them to all come out simultaneously, and it would be a better experience for both PC gamers and for console gamers, because some people don't want to play on a console. Like me, I really prefer to play on PC. Am I willing to play on console? Yeah, but I prefer PC. That's just me. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section down below. If you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike it, go ahead and leave a dislike. These are just my thoughts and opinions on the Destiny 2 beta. Maybe you guys have your own. Let me know down in the comment section down below, or hit me up on Twitter at GamerJlee. But as always, guys, GamerJlee signing out.